Alrighty, so we're back here on some more Far Far West. Well, we're not really on the game. I'm putting up a pre-recorded gameplay for you guys. But regardless, we're here to talk about Far Far West because the first update for the game actually came out, and I figured we would go ahead, read through it, see what all it has. So just starting off, howdy y'all, it's time for our first game update. That isn't just bug fixes, because yeah, they've had a few updates already, but it's just bug fixes, nothing really substantial. And I did a brief kind of look through on here. There's no really new content. It's more so just balance changes, progression, speed up, that type of stuff really. We've been reading all of your feedback and hope that these new updates will make many of you very happy. Please keep the feedback coming as it helps us make decisions on what to prioritize first for Far Far West. Sorry if you guys hear my dog barking in the background. First off, I want to remind y'all, if you encounter any fatal errors or are unable to launch the game, if you're dealing with a corrupted save or experiencing any other kind of technical problem, please take a look at this list of solutions before creating a new post. Gosh, I have to burp or something, but it's not coming out right now. It's like when you have to sneeze but you're not sneezing. If this list doesn't help you, the fastest way to get help is by joining our Discord and asking for help and hashtag support help. We also are, wow, now I'm not too used to reading. We are also monitoring Steam discussions, but at a much slower rate. Now let the patch notes begin. System changes, stability, and features. Player progress update. My dogs are howling right now, sorry about that. Our biggest change so far, while creating the prestige system, we overshot the amount of grind needed to complete a prestige. We feel it's quite unfair to have to grind so much only to get a little more of your hero/weapons, so we're reducing the grind by half. We're in our first days of early access, but we believe that it's not an excuse to have an extremely grindy system that takes out all the fun of leveling up. We're confident we'll have more and more content and features for you in the coming months to play and discover, so let's enjoy what's already here to the fullest. So what they're doing is main weapons XP is increased by 1.5 times, all secondary weapons XP is increased by 2 times, bow XP has been increased by 1.3 times as it was already greatly increased last patch. Okay, that makes sense. Hero XP has been increased by 2 times, and Joker slots now unlock from level 1 to 100 instead of levels 1 through 50. Those seem like some pretty good progression updates, because right now it kind of or I guess previously, it kind of seemed like it would actually take a really long time to actually progress if you're not trying to speed run progression. I'm maybe level 23 right now. I have about 13 hours in the game, and that is 13 hours just kind of chilling around, looking around, actually exploring, not trying to speed run through progression, but the progression did feel a little bit slow. I feel like I'm kind of struggling on gold really. I'm not getting as much gold as I would like to. It feels like in total I've gotten maybe around 6,000 gold, maybe 7,000, but this should at least help quite a bit with the leveling. We've offered you free levels so you don't lose Joker slots. Enjoy, sweet. Since XP gains have been increased, this does not change the rate at which you unlock them. Upgrade slots now unlock every 2 levels instead of 1. Since XP has been doubled, this does not change the rate at which you unlock them. Yep, that's balancing. Prestige, you can now unlock up to 6 bonus upgrade slots instead of 5. That's nice, more slots is always good. You can now prestige hero and weapons up to level 15 instead of level 10. Also pretty nice. I have not tested out the prestige yet, but that sounds good. Joker instancing. Many of you had issues in multiplayer lobbies with Joker hoarding, players rushing to grab them the second they spawn, making the game unbalanced and just not fun. We were a bit reluctant to change the current system because doing so makes it harder to cooperate and share Jokers. However, we found a solution to both instance Jokers and let you share them if you want to. We didn't go with the ping to share approach because some Jokers could spawn inside objects, making them uncollectible. I haven't had that happen, but I've had a few enemies actually go into walls, which was pretty funny. Plus, since players are usually scattered around the map, we figured running all the way back to grab a single Joker just isn't fun. Enjoy! To balance this out, we've lowered the Joker drop rate from enemies the more players there are in your group. We'll see how this plays out and tweak things if needed. As always, we're open to your feedback and we'll be keeping a close eye on how this update affects your games. Jokers are now instance. Players individually see their own Jokers and no other player can loot them. When a Joker drops, its rarity will be the same for everyone. And the Joker drop rate from enemies now scales based on the number of players from 1 times when playing solo, so basically no difference, down to 0.5 times in a group of 4. Other means of obtaining Jokers have not changed. Then Jokers can now be shared. Open your minimap and click on a Joker to drop them, making them available for everyone in the game. A drop dropped Joker cannot heal you or trigger the Hoarder Joker to prevent infinite exploits. Yeah, that would be funny. You would be able to like keep a supply of basically med kits, but it's quite clear that the devs already have like a plan for actually how healing works. Health is supposed to be somewhat rare, you know, you're really supposed to value it. But I think that this is overall pretty good. When I'm playing in a group with my friend and my sister, we definitely do get a ton of Jokers. I think we'll still get quite a few with these changes. And also, you don't really have to worry about sharing or Jokers, like who picks up what, because me and my friend, we do tend to be loot goblins. We just see and we collect. No thought process behind it. Now, stability, your save will now save properly after selecting a backup save. Yeah, sure, back. But that's good. You definitely want that to work properly. Fixed a bug that would let you join full servers when joining through Steam invites. So what, you could have like more than 4 players at a time? I mean, that kind of sounds fun actually. Fix a bug that would disconnect you from the host if you are not on the same network as the host. That's not a good bug. Hopefully, fixed backups that would not save properly. Fair. Fixed Intel AI fatal error crashes. Fixed a shader crash that would happen on Far North. Fixed freezes after you've killed an enemy or thrown a spell. I mean, stability updates are always good. Keep them coming. I would say for something stability wise, it seems like my GPU runs pretty hot. It seems like this is a very GPU extensive game. If they could somehow optimize it a bit better to just have the GPU not running as hot. With like higher graphics settings, I was running at like 90% utilization, or yeah, it's not heat, it's just utilization. That's the problem. At like higher graphics settings, I was running at like 90% utilization, which is a bit rough. I turned down my graphics settings a little bit and it got it to about 70% utilization. I don't know what exactly a healthy number is, but if they could somehow just improve the GPU utilization, that would be really nice. Now, features, you can now carry pigs and chickens in the lobby and do more. Best thing of this patch, yeah, gonna have to try that out. The wishing well can now give Jokers. I'm kind of surprised it didn't before, actually. You can now play the piano emote, also pretty nice. Now, balanced weapons, bow, base ammo increased from 20 to 31, that's good. It felt like it had really poor ammo before this. Bend speed, max amount decreased from 16 to 8. Effect increased from plus 5% to plus 10%. Ammo bag increased from plus 2.5% to plus 5%. Then dual revolvers, base damage increased from 9 to 11. A little bit of a damage buff right there. Minigun, fire rate, max amount decreased from 16 to 8. Effect increased from 2.5% to 5%. So it seems like they're lowering the fire rate of it. Same with the bow. So I'm guessing they're talking about main weapons prices lowered from 500 to 300 gold. That's no problem at all. Jokers, Shine Bright, max equipable increased from 2 to 8. Is this really a buff? Yeah, might be blinding your teammates actually. Helping Hand, max equipable increased from 1 to 2. Swift Shot, now equipable on the Long Ranger and Leverage. Meta card adjusted from Mythic 4, Divine 2, now gives a bonus plus 35 plus 35 HP instead of plus 50 HP. Clutch, now equipable on the dual revolvers. Lazy, from 5% max ammo every 15 seconds to 10% max ammo every 12 seconds. That sounds a lot better. I was using this card a fair bit, but it just did not seem worth it because ammo region was kind of slow, and really you could find ammo no problem. Speedster, now now available for Sheriff Stars. Overblast is an incredibly powerful Joker that initially slipped under the radar, providing a damage increase that was considerably higher than other Jokers of its tier, trivializing higher difficulties. This may seem like a harsh nerf on paper, but mathematically speaking, this still provides a 22% increase in a magazine's damage without clip size investment, comparable to similar options to Lucky Strikes or Consumer, and it only gets higher from there, up to 38%. We understand this is likely to be discussion worthy and will be closely monitoring for feedback on this change. Overblast now takes 4 missing shots in the magazine for 1 extra pellet instead of 1. I'd have to look at what Overblast is. I don't remember the Joker cards on the top of my head. Spells, Finger Guns, increase lasting time from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Bubble, decrease cooldown cooldown from 50 seconds to 40 seconds. Contagion, decreased cooldown from 80 seconds to 70 seconds. Rescue, increased healing from 50 HP to 60 HP. Doll, decreased cooldown from 135 seconds to 110 seconds. And Ditto, decreased cooldown from 120 seconds to 100 seconds. All seems fair and reasonable to me. Man, Finger Guns was only 10 seconds? That sounds kind of sad. That's a spell that I've been wanting. Enemies, the Cryptic Deadeye has divided the masses and led many bounty hunters to their demise. While a bunch of people seem to have gotten used to them, we still feel they're a bit too oppressive, especially when playing solo. We're also adjusting death rattles so that those slippery snakes aren't quite as annoying, and increasing their visibility to allow for more counterplay. Cryptic Deadeye, no more than 2 Deadeyes can aim at you at the same time. The stagger duration has been increased from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. Cryptic death rattles now glow, making them easier to see. Death rattles can no longer chain attack you. There's a 5-second cooldown between each attack. Yeah, those flippin' snakes, man, they just always, they're just going after you left and right. Very minor bug fixes and tweaks are not listed. Fix plus 50 bugs, including, you can look at this if you want to. Quality of life, the Gamba machine is even more addictive than before. Show damage numbers option now applies correctly. Cryptic snakes now glow. You can now ban players from entering your session. The mission selection map now shows locked maps and unlock conditions more easily, clearly, and the map has been de-zoomed. The miscellaneous gambling machine odds are now properly localized. Updated the guitar emote music, updated the canyon map music, updated the Far West atmosphere, updated Botanist, Dynamo, Pyromaniac, Shaman, and Blackout Drinker titles with new names. Username text now scales automatically in the hero menu to prevent clipping off screen. Improved French localization for the Overseer. Reported grammar and localization issues have been fixed. DLSS 4 is now available. Upgraded DLSS to 4.5. Upgraded AMD FSR to 4.0. Added Vulkan support and known issues. Some players have reported crashes after the map has finished loading. We're investigating a fix for this ASAP. Possible memory leak issues when playing for several hours, voice chat not working properly, ROG Ally UI not working properly, many more little bugs that will be fixed as soon as possible. Keep reporting issues if it's not fixed in the new update. Alright, so this is the first update for a game. Of course, it's not really anything new content wise, but it is like balance adjustments. It's a reasonable amount of stuff, and I do think most of it is positive. I don't really see any issues with it. I think the big thing is there's like some balance changes to spells, some of the jokers, the weapons, and then also the progression is now going to be a lot faster. Joker cards are now basically shared. You don't have to worry about yoinking one from a teammate. Stability should be a little bit better. Features, you can carry around chickens. That's the highlight of the update. But yeah, overall, not bad. Just going to have to actually test it out. I'm really enjoying the game so far. I'm looking forward to what the first like content updates are, but I think not too bad so far, really. The game's been a lot of fun. I think this progression update will really help out a lot, especially for players that are not playing like, too long of a session. Again, I only have 13 hours, I think, so I've unlocked all the maps. All there really is to do for me now is still unlock a few more weapons and then kind of just level. That's about it. And challenges, of course. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you all in whatever I do next.